I'm real sorry about that. They came over about an hour early. They're not used to me doing this recording thing. They're all so sweet, though. I tell you, I'm so grateful for my family. I love my kids. Woo, I love my kids. I love my grandbaby. I'm so blessed. Anywho, so what was I saying? Oh, yes, human beings are flawed. So that's why I get a little bit, the Word of God is beautiful. The Bible, I've been reading it a lot lately, especially this last year. And it does provide strength and it does provide clarity on a lot of things, but it also, I feel, I don't know, the hand of man in that. And so I want to trust what's inside of me. I'm going to trust the light of God inside of me, my truth. And that's where I'm speaking from today. It's my truth. So take it however you need to take it, or don't. Because it's just my opinion, really. This is just me talking. But sometimes I, especially as of late, and I've already explained this in other videos, that I'm really trying to get to the bottom of my purpose, you know? What I'm being called to do is to talk, and so I'm just going to talk. I feel as if I'm coming out of a very large, very hard, very difficult to penetrate shell. And it's a shell I've built. I built it. But it's not doing anyone any good. So I need to get out of that. And so this is part of that. It's what I'm being called to speak about. So I decided to look into it and decide how I feel about it in my heart. And now I'm presenting it to you. Okay. So anywho, where are we at? Lust. Okay. So, I mean, come on, guys. Wait, where are you? Hi. Hi. Who doesn't like sex? I like sex. I do. I've had traumatic sexual experiences in my life where I think that maybe it could have ruined that experience for me. But it did not. It did not. No. They can't take that away from me. All right? It sparks my joy when it's true. Sex is beautiful. So, I'm not coming from a place of a person that doesn't enjoy sex. Please understand that. But I understand why lust is a sin. And it has nothing to do with the enjoyment of sex. It has more to do with power, the seeking of power, the diminishing of another, the using other people as your energy when that other person didn't want to give you their energy. That's all evil. Let me explain. Okay. What I was just talking about, the enjoyment of sex, that connection, for me, it is so spiritual as much as it is physical. But I was just talking about perception. Everybody's perception is their reality. And my perception has always been that sex is a way to connect on a deep soul level. Trust me when I tell you that's not everybody's experience. So when I might be trying to have an experience like that, another person's perspective could be completely different. What they want to get out of that experience could be very different. So you might find if you decide to unite with someone in a sexual way without knowing that person, knowing your vibe together, really knowing that vibe together, If you jump in, you might find it depletes you rather than raises you up. And the reason is because that person might have the attention of not anything good. Maybe they have a disease and know they're giving it to you. And you might assume nobody would ever act that way. They would never treat another human being that way. You wouldn't, so they wouldn't, right? No. No, 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 no. Never assume how other people view the world. It's not the same as you. Trust me. Your life, your entire life, builds the person that you become. No one else in the entire world has the same experience as you. They don't. You might go to the same workplace. Doesn't mean you're the same person. You might have the same family. Doesn't mean that you have the same history. The daily grind, what you experience minute by minute, is what molds the human being that you're going to become. And it molds your perception of the world. I said in part of my book that I was a lamb in a world full of hungry wolves, and I didn't know it. And what I meant by that, excuse me, is I was extremely naive because I didn't understand this point I'm trying to make to you. I thought everybody saw the world the way I did. I know it's so naive. But on a deep level, I really believe that. I was shocked at how people treat each other. Oh my goodness. Really. But if you're raised in disrespect, if you're raised in a way that's taught not to love your fellow man, but to fuck them over, and you're taught that from a young age, you're gonna fuck somebody over. And it doesn't matter if that somebody that you're fucking over is someone that really truly loves you. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Because you can't see the love because you've never felt that shit before. Okay? See? See where I'm going with this? So, where does lust mix into that stuff? Okay. Lust is when you're stealing. You hear these stories of pedophiles. Pedophiles. Why do you think people are attracted to children? Do you think it's because the young body is so attractive? No. 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 Listen to me, people. It's about power. See? The innocent, the pure, are the most beautiful. They're the ones we're supposed to protect. Okay? So when you defile that by hurting a child in a lustful way, you're stealing their innocence, and that makes you powerful in that moment. It's like a high. That's lust, okay? It's a seeking of stealing energy from someone else. Rape, stealing energy, hurting anyone in that way, stealing energy, misleading someone in order to get them to succumb to you in a sexual way, only to get the sex, manipulation, all of that is lustful. It's evil. It's evil. Can't you feel that evil? That's what they're talking about. I think also if it's not a misleading situation, let's say both parties are willing participants in this energy exchange, even though the energy is not coming from a loving or uniting type place, okay? So like, you're both just wanting to, get in each other's pants and just have it be nothing more than that. That's kind of what I'm trying to say. Okay, but it's mutual and it's consensual. Even if that's the case, friends with benefits, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, tap that and leave, whatever the hell you want to call it. Even though it's consensual and you guys do your business and get it all out there and then go on about your merry ways, both of you have had an energy exchange, okay? You're depleting yourself. And for what? See? For what? For what? Did you just need to do it to relax? You know, you could have done it alone. What was the thing? Was it for the zing? Was it for what that person could give you in that moment? Was it for the lust of the situation? And what did it cost you? The sin of it. Do you see what I'm saying? And it is all a choice. You know, just like good and evil. Everything is a choice. We're all born with sin. We're born with it. It's not our fault. But the story, guys, Jesus Christ died on the cross so that our sins might be forgiven. See? Do you understand the beauty of that? And the torture, the responsibility. Do you understand it? Wait. Yeah, we need to look at each other. Wait. The responsibility in that is that desire, beauty, the zing of life, can also be turned into obsessive, controlling, cruel, take lust. But it's a choice each of us makes. Because we're all born with sin. And we're all born with choice. We all have good in us, the divine within. That's where I'm trying to hang. See? Because it's a choice. Because we also got Satan, evil. We all have darkness within us, all of us. If you say you don't have darkness, then I think you need to look a little deeper. Because we do. That is the sin within. We got it. I have an angel tattoo on my shoulder, and I've always thought I should get a devil tattoo on my other because, you know, we make choices on the daily. We do. Yeah. Y'all know it. Y'all know what I'm saying is true. Okay. Anywho. Sorry. So, if you want to get, we'll wrap up this lust topic in a hot minute, but, because I'm talking about lust, my grandbaby in the other room, but it's not a shameful thing, it really isn't, because I think that it's a basic, like I said, natural law. Oh, I never got into that, yeah. Natural law. I just think that it's so cool because I did kind of get into it. It's going to apply to all these guys. It's natural law. It's that choice. It's that seeing of what's right and what's wrong and either doing something about it or not. I like it a lot. Maybe that's the law I live by right there. That's the one I follow. That's the one I honor. Anything that lets people be sovereign. Anyway, I just want to also express that I think that, I think I already said that sex is completely natural. And, people get real caught up in titles and calling people bad because they don't understand the stuff that they do. It just, everyone has an opinion, okay? I really don't think anything is anybody's fucking business. I think that a person should feel at liberty to do whatever it is they feel they must, because we do all have that choice within us. And we're kind of signing our own road. We're paving it as we go. So the choices we make catch up with us. So in the end, the universe steps in and handles it. You know what I mean? So who am I to tell you your path? If I look at what you're doing, I may think it's disgusting, but if it doesn't hurt me or anyone else, and if it's not hurting anyone and it's not a stealing of energy, but a consensual exchange of two grown adults, go on ahead and get down with your bad self, for real, because your experience is your own. Don't carry shame about the choices you're making. If they're choices that come from a place of goodness, I mean, honest to goodness, and, experimentation can be goodness, guys, There could be one situation where, hey, you decide to go do some wild and crazy stuff and have an orgy or something. I don't know. Whatever it is you want to do. To me, that would be a vast waste of my precious energy and I would not partake, okay? But that's me. That's where I'm at now. And I always have been, to tell you the truth. That's just me. But like I was saying, every human being has had a different experience. And maybe an experience like that might be something that would spark the soul growth needed in someone that would create something that would be beautiful for the world at a later date. Who the fuck am I to say? I am not. And really, I'm sorry, neither are you. We all have a right to be sovereign. We all have a right to make our choices. And anyone who feels they have a right to take that away from someone who doesn't mean any harm to anybody else, you're wrong. See? Anywho, that's what I got about the lust. I do think it's interesting. I never realized either. Okay, because I never really thought much about it. I mean, I saw that movie, The Seven Deadly Sins, and that's about it. And that was a horrible movie, and I hated the way it ended. Oh my God, it traumatized me. It was awful. So really, I haven't really wanted to think of those things, but the way depicted in that movie, I think is like, I don't think it's accurate. I mean, I think it's the shock value, but I think there's more to each of these things than meets the first glance, Anyway, that's the reason for wanting to do this, but yeah, I think that's enough about lust. If I want to talk more about it later, I will. There's a lot of things I have to say. So I'm going to take my time. I'm going to gather my energy. And I'm going to keep on talking. Yeah. But I'm done for today. Okay? Thank you very much for your time. It was nice to see everybody. I'm still looking down there. Okay. Bye. Wait, okay.